Welcome back. This is Chili Davis, and I'm back to another video. I want to welcome back all my subscribers and welcome to my new viewers. This is the channel where we talk about my top stocks. We also talk about crypto from time to time. If you're new, please click the subscribe button to get my frequent updates. Well, today I'm on my Instagram, and as you can see, some of the top performing stocks was Lucid, Microsoft, Apple, AMT, American Tower, and SoFi. So this was a mixed bag. You had your EV stocks, your technology, and then you had your REIT or dividend paying American Tower and SoFi Technologies. Just for percentage wise, you had Lucid up 5%, Microsoft up 1%, Apple up 1%, and American Tower up 1%. So those were the top performing stocks of the day. Now I'm going to head over to CNBC, and we can see the Dow Jones index was up, the S&P was up, the Nasdaq was up, the Russell 2000, this is your small caps, were actually down, and your volatility was down. So that is good news for the volatility being down. And then the Fed did release some minutes. It says the Fed sees more restrictive policy likely if inflation fails to come down. Okay, so we have CPI data coming out next week on the 13th. That is the inflation data will come out next week on the 13th. So that's roughly next Thursday or Friday. And the Fed released some meeting minutes. It says here, Treasury yields jump as Fed hints another big hike next meeting. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I've been telling people this is coming. They're not going to slow down on raising interest rates. Okay, so that means that's going to slow down the housing market, and that's slowing down any huge purchases. And so, I mean, gas prices are helping it too. So anyway, the Fed is trying to slow down the economy, get inflation under control, get prices back under control. And we'll find that out on next week on the 13th, whether inflation came down on the monthly data. Okay, so this is Federal Chair Jerome Powell. He's confident that he can get this inflation down. Okay, now let me go to the top stocks of the day in my Robinhood. As you can see, it was a mixed day. The portfolio was down slightly, 0.02, so not even a percentage, just like a 0.0002. So it was a mixed day. We did see Amazon was up slightly, up 0.73. And we also had Google up 1.16 as well. Just take a closer look at Amazon. Amazon is trading about 114 today. Pretty good deal considering over the last 2 weeks, it's been trading in a nice little uptrend. Okay, so if we look at the last 5 days, Amazon has been up over 6%. Now, this is down from a high of 125 after the split. About a month ago, the stock split. It came in at 123 when it split on June 5th. And a month later, it is trading at 114. Now, I really believe Amazon is going to bounce around the early hundreds. I believe it's going to bounce around the 102s and the 105. We had some good news this week with Amazon about new partnerships, more cloud web services. So I think you can still get into Amazon. I mean, it's not going to trade at 125, but if you can build a position in Amazon over the long term, you're going to be in great shape. As you realize they do not pay a dividend, this is still a growth company. They are not stagnant. They are also making several investments into several other projects. Okay, so this is Amazon.com. They've got the Prime. They've got several things going on. And this is the first year, 1 year with Andy Chasey as the CEO. We do know that Jeff Bezos departed last year. So I think this is a pretty good first year for Andy Chasey, okay? The next stock I'll talk about today is Microsoft. Microsoft was up slightly again today, 1.28%. If we look at it, it's pretty much been slightly up the last 5 days, up 3%. But again, I like Microsoft under $300 a share. I've owned Microsoft for over 2 or 3 years now, but anything under $300 is a good spot for Microsoft. Also, they do pay a slight dividend of 0.93%. And it has a 52-week low of 241 and a 52-week high of 249. Now we know this 249 was during the high times last year, during the stimulus times in 2020 and 2021. But Microsoft is really worth its value. This is a solid company. So I definitely take a look at Microsoft if you're going into the stock market. Now, one of the top performing stocks of the day was the Lucid Group. Again, I've talked about this company for a while, that basically it trades between $18 and $20. Now, earlier this week, it did slump. Earlier this week, it slumped. It went under $18. Its low is $16.60, but it made a comeback. Again, this stock will really trade pretty much between $18 and $20. You're not going to get that much out of it. Again, this is a new company. This is backed by the Saudi Arabian fund of Aramco. Now, they have started producing cars and made some deliveries, but this company is not fully built out. It's a great company, a better looking sedan than actually the Tesla. But again, they are working through production, and they just, I believe 2 quarters ago, just started delivering vehicles. And so you're just going to have to play this out in the long term. So if you're looking long term for Lucid, you're definitely going to have to give it 2 or maybe 3 years. I mean, you may see some good moves at the end of 2022, but pretty much this is a long-term play. Okay, Lucid Motors trading between $18 and $20. All right, so let's go back to the portfolio and take a quick look. Okay, we talked about Apple being up slightly. Meta was up. What else? Okay, we just talked about Affirm. Again, I've been building this Affirm position for a while. Affirm up 5.69% on the day. Yeah, there was some chatter about Rivian today. Rivian was up as well, but I wouldn't bank on Rivian. Here's the part about Rivian that it's nice to see a 10% pop. A 10% pop is good if I was day trading Rivian. But if we look at the monthly chart, all it is up and down, up and down. So I pretty much, I'm going with Lucid, but Rivian is still working out the kinks. Until I see a few more Rivians on the road, where I get a little bit more information about Rivian, I'll invest more. But pretty much Rivian trades between $26 and $30. There's nothing special about Rivian right now, okay? So I want some more data about Rivian. Also, I do know they have a plant opening up in Georgia. So I'm looking to hear more information out of that. But again, with car companies, you have to look at the production numbers and you have to look at the number of deliveries, okay? So you're looking at the deliveries of the vehicles, customer satisfaction once they do get the vehicles. Those are the things you're looking for in a good, solid EV company, okay? We do have Tesla. As you know, I do invest in Tesla. So if you want a prime stock you could be investing with, go with Tesla. It's solid. If you want to be an early investor in Rivian, you're going to take a lot more risk on. So I think that pretty much is it. Not much else to talk about today. Let's see here. I like SoFi. I'm pretty heavy into SoFi. I own 4 shares here in the Robinhood, and I own over 100 shares in my other portfolio. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the other portfolio. The other portfolio, we're slightly down 0.45%. My top performing stock again today was Lucid, made $25, and second place was Microsoft, made a little over $24. Third place was Apple, and fourth place was American Tower. So those were the top stocks of the day. Again, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share. If you like to get some free stock, please use my Robinhood link below. And everybody have a great evening.